Yo, what's up, Gear Nerd? Just your buddy Dustin coming to you today with something super special. Throughout the channel, throughout the creation of the channel, I've been borrowing some gear, loan gear by friends, sent gear, kind of the various ways of acquiring things for content. This is my personal rig, one of three that I'll do in kind of a series installment, if you will, of kind of a rig rundown for Blue Collar Gear Review. Obviously, it's a large rig. It takes a lot of space on stage, so I don't always carry it to places that we play. But if I know I have room and I know I have very fortunate bandmates to help lift this thing, I will carry it to various venues. Let's start with the case itself, minus the shit on top of it. Brady cases. Brady Burton out of Texas built this case years ago. I sold it and then bought it back because I loved it so much. I missed it, and I love the actual setup. Furman power conditioner, lights for a dark stage if you need them. They're not super bright, but they're bright enough, and it does have a dimmer switch. You can kind of increase or decrease some of that. Again, it's not super bright either way. First thing in the chain here is a Carbon UX1000 wireless unit. I've had zero issues with this thing. I've had it for years and years. I got really lucky because when they changed the frequency band issue or whatever for the 6 or whatever grouping it was in, this is actually in the 700 range, and it still worked just fine. So no problems there. First kind of unit in the rig is the Korg pitch black tuner. Very bright LEDs. It's one of my favorite rack tuners. It's very bright. It's very easy to see on a dark stage. And then into the ProRec G. It's an ISP ProRec G. It's the larger rack unit of a decimator pedal, if you will. The G string is also the 2-channel version of the pedal. This is the rack version with actual 2 knobs for threshold settings. Behind the rig, kind of in between the tuner and the noise gate though, introduce a Boss SD1 overdrive just to get you the over saturated tone a little bit. Tightens up your low end. Of course, you guys know about putting boosts in, in your chain and kind of what they do. So there is one in this rig. It's in the back. It's just wired up and kind of hidden and kind of cabled away and tucked away, kind of out of harm's reach. So when I move this thing, nothing really comes loose. In the effects loop is the 362 BB Sonic Maximizer. Some people hate these things. Some people love these things. I think it's all just in how you dial them. I have a pedal version of the Sonic Stomp, and I don't really dial it very extreme. But it's just a matter of how you set them, and they can either really like wake your tone up, or they can really pitch your tone off. It just depends on kind of how extreme you are. I have very, very modest settings on mine. And then kind of the brain of the operation really is the TC Electronics G Major. It's the G Major Mark 1 series. Thought about buying a G Major 2 over the years, but I don't really need the extra stuff that those have. This is a MIDI unit being controlled by the Rocktron MIDI Mate board. And a few years ago, I ordered a custom cable from RJM Music. They make the RJM Amp Gizmo and other MIDI compatible devices to make devices talk to each other that traditionally do not talk to each other. So the Rocktron sends a signal into the TC Electronics. There's a foot switch out on the back of the TC, and it's a 1/4-inch cable. And the cable I ordered from RJM has a 1/4 inch to the 5-pin DIN style cable that controls the 5150, 6505 heads. So with a MIDI board, I don't know if it'll show up very well, but with a MIDI board, I can send a MIDI signal to the G Major. The G Major will then change amp channels via relay switching that you can set up in the G Major itself. If you guys want a tutorial on how to do that, let me know. Leave a comment. Let me know if that's something that you might need. Happy to do it for you. But yeah, this is one of my main rigs. And give you a quick sound sample. Let you hear it, show you the functionality of it working, and just kind of if this is something you're trying to build or if this is something you're looking into. If I can offer any advice, I'm more than happy to do that. So thank you for watching. Quick sound sample, and then we'll see you on part 2.